Hey everyone, welcome back to the stream. This is episode 4, and I'm excited to have you here as we dive into some Apple news and tech updates. If this is your first time here tuning in, well, welcome. These streams are all about recapping the latest happenings in the tech world with a strong focus on Apple products. Today, we've got a few things to cover. We'll start off with Apple agreeing to a $95 million settlement over Siri privacy concerns. Definitely a story worth unpacking. Then we'll look into the rumored Apple smart doorbell with Face ID integration, which could, shake things up in the home security market. And finally, we'll wrap things up with Apple TV Plus offering a free weekend of streaming to attract new subscribers. So we have a few things to unpack here, so let's get started. We'll start off with... Well, hey, Jaden. Day's going pretty good, my man. Thank you for checking in. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll do the Apple settlement. So if you've heard Apple, if you've ever had Siri like randomly activate on you and you didn't mean to, you're not alone. Turns out this little mishap has cost Apple $95 million in legal settlements. So here's what happened. A class action lawsuit claimed that Siri would sometimes activate by mistake and record private conversations without the users knowing. These recordings were allegedly shared with third parties, including advertisers. Not a great look for Apple. So who's affected? If you've had a Siri-enabled device from the dates September 2014 all the way to December 2024, you might be eligible for compensation. Now, let's keep in mind, like always, these compensations, they're not the best. In any case, users can expect about $20 per device with a maximum claim of 5 devices. Not life-changing money here, but it could add up. $100, I'll take $100. Now, is it worth the time that you'll have to invest to report the claim if this settlement actually happens? That's really up to you. So what will happen next? The court still needs to approve the settlement. That will happen in sometime in February 14th, 2025. After that, Apple will send out information on how to file the claim. Don't expect the claim to be simple, at least not from previous experiences. Anyways, so now Apple is saying that they haven't done anything wrong, but they are settling to avoid dragging out in court. Pretty common for more, for the bigger companies. Now, the big news here is that I think the lawyers get a huge payout, which, it's kind of common. Let me look at that. I think it's near $30 million in legal fees for the lawyers. So yeah, they get the big payout as always with these settlements and stuff like that. It says $29.6 million from the settlement fund. So great news for lawyers. That's awesome for them. Maybe I should have been a lawyer. In any case, so kind of let me know in the chat. Have you ever heard Siri pop up at the wrong time? I know I've had Siri activate when I'm, talking to someone, and it's, you always have to be like, stop listening, Siri, or something like that. Curious if you guys have had any interaction like that with, well, I shouldn't even say the word, right? Because then I might activate somebody else's device. In any case, so that is the settlement for the Siri. Dang, I did it again. For the S word to be listening to you. And obviously you can get a payout to about $100 if you've had 5 devices during that time. In any case, let's move on. Apple TV Plus. Apple TV Plus is the subscription that Apple has with all shows and stuff. If you haven't given it a shot, Apple is giving everyone a free weekend of streaming from January 3rd, which was yesterday, to January 5th, which is tomorrow. No strings attached. It has a full access to Apple TV Plus, shows like Ted Lasso, The Morning Show, and of course, all their original content and movies. Now, like I said, no subscription is needed. All you need is an Apple ID, no credit card, no trial, nothing. Apple TV Plus has about 25 million subscribers, which might sound big, but compared to Netflix and Disney Plus, they're still playing catch up. So this free weekend is their way of pulling, new viewers and hopefully converting them into subscribers. This is actually a pretty smart move. People binge watch over the weekends anyways, so Apple's hoping you'll get hooked and stick around. However, I thought, being Apple, I would think that maybe a week or a 5-day trial would be more beneficial, but it's Apple. 3 days, that's all you get. It ends tomorrow, so if you're interested, just go ahead and log in to Apple TV Plus. If you watched anything on Apple TV Plus, kind of let me know. See what's your favorite show. Ted Lasso has definitely been a huge hit for me. What else? I think For All Mankind, I really enjoyed that one. I'm a sucker for anything space related. What's another one? Shrinking. That one's pretty funny. I think it's hilarious. Pretty much wraps it up for the shows. I don't think I've watched any other ones. I've tried other ones and then just kind of like fell off. I watched an episode or two, but yeah, I'm curious to hear if you guys have any recommendations, or if you guys do happen to watch some Apple TV Plus over the weekend. And finally, let's finish off with the Apple news about them jumping into the smart doorbell game. And they're doing it the Apple way. It has Face ID integration. I don't know how I feel about that, but let's kind of dive into it. Apple's working on a smart doorbell that uses Face ID to unlock your door. Just kind of imagine walking up to your door, and just kind of like how Face ID works on your phone. It reads your face and it recognizes you. It unlocks because it recognizes you. No key, no iPhone needed. Now, the doorbell will likely connect with smart locks that work seamlessly with HomeKit or Apple's smart home platform or partner, something like that. It's still in the early phases of production. The release is expected sometime maybe late 2025 or maybe even into early 2026. Now, Apple's jumping into the space already dominated by Amazon Ring and Google Nest. But, the ecosystem, that's Apple's advantage, will probably be tighter integration with, your iPhone, your HomePod, and obviously the whole Apple ecosystem. You can bet that Apple's going to market this as a privacy-first smart doorbell. Now, with what we just covered earlier, how much can you really trust that? In any case, that's Apple's push for the doorbell. It'll be one of the biggest selling points. Will likely be that it won't keep your facial data, won't ever leave the device or Apple servers. But once again, we'll kind of have to play that and believe them that they're actually not selling this information. Would you trust Apple with something like that, like with unlocking your home? I know a lot of people have hesitation about smart doorbells because of privacy issues. Kind of drop a comment, let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. That pretty much wraps it up for today's Apple updates. We've covered Siri's legal trouble, a free Apple TV Plus weekend, and Apple's new move into the smart home with their doorbell. Let me know which one you're most excited about. If you enjoy this stream, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe so you don't miss any future tech updates. I will be going live every Friday or Saturday. I'm still trying to decide which day works best for all you guys. Friday, I've been trying to do it at 9 a.m. And then Saturdays is more of an afternoon, like 2:30, 3 o'clock. So thank you so much for hanging out. I'll catch you all next week. Take care.